Here we're back working on the South Coast 26 sailboat, and we've been cleaning this up, getting it ready for the water. I've got all the oxide washed off the paint now. Yeah, this is paint. This is not gel coat. It's still pretty faded. This paint I think is about 10 years old, and so we're gonna try this buffer I got just for hopefully shining up this paint. So here's the polisher I got. It is the WEN, W-E-N. It's a 6-inch Orbital polisher, and I've already used it on the other side, and so far I am fairly satisfied with it. There's a couple things that I don't like about it, but when I was looking for this, first I was looking at the Harbor Freight 6-inch polisher, and it was pretty inexpensive, but after looking at the reviews, I was not too happy with the Harbor Freight. And then so I got on Amazon and looking at the reviews on this particular one, but the reviews on this one on Amazon are a lot better than the reviews I saw for the Harbor Freight polisher. And they're both, I'd say, about the same price. The design is similar. I mean, they're both 6-inch Orbital polishers, and yes, it's plastic, but it seems to be sturdier, and I like the ergonomics of this one better. But there's a couple things I don't like about it. One of them is just the way the polishers work. You put the polish on there, then you get ready to go before you turn on the switch. If you turn this on and that pad gets going fast enough, that pad will come flying right off there. So you have to start it when it's on the surface of whatever you're polishing. The other thing I don't like, you see me fiddling with this, I don't care for the design of this switch. I don't know what would be a better design, but this seems, it's a little difficult. When you're polishing, it's hard to get down here to this switch to turn it on and off. But I'm getting used to it. But as for using it, I'm really liking this thing. This thing has done a really good job on the other side of the boat. So I'm gonna show you what it does on this side of the boat. And here's a little trick I do when I'm using a drill or a polisher on the end of a long extension cord. After I plug the ends of the cord together, I just tie a little knot in the end there to keep from pulling the plug apart. And that works out really well, so I do this a lot. So for polishing this boat, I'm just using plain old turtle wax, and it's doing a pretty good job on here. I don't know how well you can tell, but this paint is really oxidized. I mean, you can see some shine on here, but we're at an angle and it's kind of deceiving. But there was a lot of oxide, and I got cleaned off. I haven't done any buffing, I just washed it down. And now I'm gonna use the turtle wax. I'm certainly not looking for a showroom finish. I just want to get this thing cleaned up and ready for the water here as soon as possible, as cheaply and as quickly as possible. And that's probably a bit too much for what we're doing here, especially with this being in the sun. So let's give it a shot. Wipe off any residue, and I think you can tell a difference there. And that's all I've done, just using the turtle wax and this polisher, and I'm really satisfied with that. That thing is really shining. So yeah, I'd highly recommend this. Like I say, I'm not too fond of the switch, but this polisher is working really good, and it's just plain old turtle wax. Check that out. That is nice. And catch me on the next video when I'm doing more work on this boat. So until next time, take care, guys.